Hello and good day from my crutch. I'm beg your pardon. Beautiful day on Maggie today, and it's just nice and cool. Sitting out here watching people in dinghies go round and round and round and round and round. It's quite nice actually. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves, going up and down in kayaks, little dinghies, and everyone just seems to be having a really nice time. This is the busiest time on the towpath, and it feels nice because there's like this sense of community here, which in the winter it's everyone just stays inside their boats because it's absolutely miserable out. But for me personally, this has been an absolutely fantastic month. It's been probably the best month of the year I've ever had living on board. All of the biggest worries that I had have been overcome, all these big jobs, and now all I've got to worry about is me and Leela, and of course getting the bits and bobs done on Maggie. So I've made a decision that this boat is going to be paid off completely in May, and I'm putting every penny towards getting that paid off, and then hopefully this spring I'll be getting the welding done on her bottom. And you know what, I'm not even that worried about it anymore. She's survived 100 years, and I know she's got some pitting, but it's going to be solvable. I think they're coming back. It's easily solvable. I'll get her in for blacking, I'll have a welder to come along, and here's the problem, there's the solution. What do I need to get over that is make some money, and that's what I'll do. I'll have to pause it. Just excuse me for a moment. We're back. We've gone further down that way now, thank goodness. Noisy buggers. As I was saying, the worry about the boat is gone, because worrying about it is just going to hurt me twice. I worry about it when I'm in a position to, you know, rectify it. At the moment, my funds are going towards paying the boat off and getting little bits done around the boat, like I need a new bilge pump because I'm emptying it with a dry and wet vac at the moment. Looking after Leela, looking after myself, and just, I'm really aware that this sort of monologue can change in winter. I'd be like, oh, I want to be thrown into the canal. I'm enjoying my work at the museum. I love it. I've got a couple of weeks off before I go back. I think I'm back on the 10th, no, the 11th. It's my birthday this Saturday, so I think me and my sister are going to go to Warwick Castle, and then once a year me and my friends have like this sports day in one of our houses, and all of us get together. We've been doing it for I think about, I want to say 20 years actually. Apologies and interrupting the show, but I just need to show a little advert that we made for Deeksborough to explain what it's like. Enjoy. Yes, I know. I know. Enjoy the rest of the show. Very, very long time. And this theme, we have a theme each year. This theme is circus. So I'm very excited. Last year it was Royal Rumble, year before Builders Ball, year before that OAP Olympics. So I'm really looking forward to it. And then I've got the medieval festival coming up at work. And then after that, I'm going to go to Leicester with some of the guides, and we're going to be doing a historical tour around Leicester and stop off for a couple of beers here and there. So life feels quite nice at the moment. Oh, hello, we've moved inside. I wanted to tell you about something that is exciting me at the moment. Well, I was going to make a cup of tea. So, I am releasing a new book this winter. And I've been working on this series for the past 4 years. 4 years of my bloody life. And it has taken over my life. It's taken over my life. And I cannot remember the last time I went to bed before 2 a.m. This girl is going to be 36 on Saturday. She needs that beauty sleep. Anyway, what is it about, Liz? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. It is about London, a dystopian London, where you have hybrids and humans. What's a hybrid, Liz? I like a human, but kind of sociopathic and superior in every single way. Smarter, faster, live longer, more beautiful, everything. And it is about a hybrid assassin who is forced to live with a human artist. Why is that, Liz? The thing is, because hybrids are sociopathic by nature, by law, to protect the public, the government enforced a law to say that every hybrid has to have a human live-in to remind them of their humanity, so they don't become rogue, so they don't become psychopaths and start going on a killing spree. They're dangerous beings, but because they are superior, they kind of rule the country. Anyway, Henry Solomon Crowe is an assassin, and he's also a hybrid, and he's been working between the authority, the Hybrid Association, and the government, sorting out the messes between the two. He hunts down the rogue hybrids, and he hunts down the troublemakers. But by law, he also needs a human live-in, and for him, he's been getting rid of his human live-ins left, right, and centre. Not like he's been making their lives a living misery, so they always move out within 2 weeks to a month. And he's like, ha ha ha, I've won once again. However, the authority are going to Henry and they're saying, right, you got one more chance. What do you mean I got one more chance? You've got one more chance, because if you mess up this living, then you're going to have to live on site. You will live on site, and we will release you with a tag only when we want you to do a job, and then you have to come back here. Basically, we'll own you because you're too much of a liability. And because he's half human, half hybrid, he doesn't have full rights, he doesn't have full status. Anyway, he gets rid of his living and he's in trouble. So there's a loophole. Within 24 hours, his handler, Joseph, finds him a rando on the streets. Meanwhile, enter Evelyn. Evelyn's a girl from the countryside. She's new to London and she's an artist. And she just wants to make it work in London. She's got an apartment lined up. When she goes there, it's not the apartment that she saw online. There's no windows. There's Johnny's in the corner. It's a den of corruption and, well, used Johnny's, basically. Evelyn goes to a cafe and she's miserable. And she's looking at the ads thinking, I'm going to have to stay in a hostel tonight. I need to find an apartment. Unbeknownst to her, she meets Joseph, who is Henry's handler, and she gets to move in with Henry. And Henry does not want to live with this woman. He does not want to live with her. She's like this loud artist who keeps making him tea. Basically, Evelyn is very unimpressed by Henry. She's too focused on herself, too focused in having a good time in London, spending time with my friends and drinking and partying. And it's about how these two connect. It's like enemies from lovers storyline, and at the same time there's riots ripping through London. People are afraid of high-bloods, and not all these murders start happening. There's a serial killer on the loose, and he's staging the bodies afterwards as old nursery rhymes. So who is it? Anyway, it's basically, what would it be like if Sherlock Holmes, instead of a hired detective, was a hired assassin? And what would it be like to live with this person? And that's what I've been writing. It's consumed me, it's taken over my life. I can't remember the last time I went to bed before 2 a.m. And that is what I've been working on. So I hope you like it. I started a new Instagram to share more about it, because I don't want to put it on my main Instagram because there's already so much there. There's history stuff, there's boat stuff, there's illustration stuff, and I wanted to talk about the book each day to start up interest about it before it's released. Okay? You may be wondering, where's Leela? Well, the boat's very hot at the moment, and when I know the boat's going to be very warm, I take Leela to my parents, because it's not fair to have her on here when it's very, very warm. And I'm very lucky to have my parents. She's the daughter they never had. They dote on her, they love her to bits, and when she comes home, when it's cooler, she enjoys herself here. We go in the woods every day, and I'm with her 24/7. My parents are with her 24/7, but I'm usually quite still most of the time. I'm either sitting in one place painting, sitting in one place writing. So, and she likes to be glued to your side. But she's great, she's happy, she's broken me right now. Instead of, you know, I feed her dog food, but my folks have spoiled her. She'll have like steak, liver, Sunday roasts, cups of tea. So now, for breakfast she has scrambled eggs. For dinner she'll have, for lunch she'll have some tuna, and then for dinner she'll have some mincemeat, followed by a little saucer of milk for her as well, because she's a good girl and she deserves it. All in all, I've got no complaints. Of course it can all change, but I'm just enjoying this time, and I'm quite suspicious about it as well. I'm very suspicious, thinking, what is going to happen? Hopefully nothing. Anyway, once again, things are going nicely. I'm going to be working on creating some characters now for this book. I've been doing some painting. This is the main character of my book, Hybrid. This is Henry Solomon Crowe, Inhuman Assassin. I do like him. To top off an even better day, I'm going for a curry tonight with my folks. So that is bloody lovely, in my opinion. Once again, thank you so much for jumping on here and checking in, see how I'm doing. I'm looking forward to sharing some more boaty things, more about how I feel about this boat, jobs to do, history of boating, and it's just, yeah, I'm just feeling really good, so much better. And yeah, thank you to all my patrons as well, so much. You guys, you're just so lovely. It's amazing. I've got some people that have been watching me since Delos. It's been, wow, 7 years? 7 years since then, since the best thing that ever happened to me. I have no idea where I'd be if I hadn't gone on that boat. No idea. So thank goodness that I jumped on that ship. Hope you're good, and if you're interested in hearing more about boat stuff, history, writing, please feel free to subscribe. That would be very nice and lovely of you. And yeah, okay, all the best. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra. Thank you as ever to all of my patrons for making this possible, and thank you to you for watching at home. It means the world to me, and if you'd like to become a patron to watch videos for anyone else, please check the link in the description below.
All the best.